right, another episode of Conversation After Dark. Tay, what's up with you?
Everything's great with me. What's going on with you?
It's all good. It's all good. Tell people where they can find us.
You can find us at Conversates After Dark everywhere. And if you would like to be a guest on the show or you have a topic you want us to cover, you can reach us at CVAD the podcast at gmail.com.
That's right. Go to our website, www.conversationafterdark.com. Listen to our old podcasts. You can find us on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube. Just make sure you check us out and spread the word. Tay, let's do the
Yep.
icebreaker.
Okay. You want to choose
What's the one? Biggest freak?
biggest pervert?
Right.
Okay. That was stupid. Hold on. I'm going to go through here and take out the dumb ones.
Okay. All
Okay.
right.
Have you ever fantasized about a teacher or a boss?
Mm. Ah, teacher or a boss? That's a hard. I don't. No, I've never had any teachers that I considered sexy. I mean, I have smashed teachers, but none that were like my teacher. And in terms of managers that I've worked with, nah, I can't say that's not. No, that's not my testimony. I've never done that.
Okay.
I mean,
um,
outside of, I mean, if she's black and she's somewhat attractive, of course I'd want to smash, but like fantasizing about it, like, no, no. You?
okay. Um, Let me go to the teacher side. So there was a teacher when I was in high school. I remember this one year we had two new teachers come in. One was white, one was black. The white one looked like Fabio, so all the white girls were going crazy over him. And the other dude was really really nice looking, and they were both young. So all the black girls liked him. But I thought he was cute. But to me, he was a teacher. So to me, I just thought old man. Even though he was youngish, I
Mhm.
still thought old man. So I never fantasized about him. Now the boss, I think I've told on this podcast that I had a situationship with an assistant director of mine years ago.
And how did that? Was y'all able to keep it professional when it needs to be professional?
Actually, yeah. How some people they are either give you your way or they're extra hard on you.
Mhm.
He was the type who was extra hard on me and not in a mean way. He saw my potential, so he pushed me at work, which was a good thing. I needed it at the time. And nobody ever knew. Nobody ever found out. So it was cool.
Y'all never fuss at the job?
No, no.
Did y'all ever? Well, is he still there? We can't talk about if he's still there.
No, no, no. Neither one of us are with that company anymore, and he's not even in the area anymore.
Did
Um,
y'all smash at the job?
the very first time we were together was
On some movie shit, y'all was like, y'all, you was in his office and he was like, God damn it, I gotta have you, and like threw everything off the table. that,
oh my gosh.
that how it went down. Tell me. That's how it went down, huh? That's true.
We didn't throw anything off the table, but what I thought was funny. So when you came in, it was a big. When you came in the office, it was one big office, and when you came in, it was like a conference style room, and then the other offices kind of spawned off from that. So it started in his office on his desk, and then it went into the outside conference room. So what was funny to me is like the next day I came in and one of my coworkers was like taking a nap on the conference desk. And I was thinking in my head, Dag, that's right where my ass was last night. And it was like, as the thought came to me, he walked out of the office and we locked eyes, looked at the coworker, and just bust out laughing. But we just, we just kind of played it off. So, yeah.
Damn, that's gangster, Tay. Hey, even for you, because you got some stories. That's gangster. I can't even front. That's gangster. Yeah, yeah. I I mean, I talked about it on the show. I've messed with coworkers before.
Mhm.
I worked at the call center for several years, so you know that. And there was a little bit of a hierarchy in the call center in terms of like, yeah, the people who had college degrees and the people who didn't. And so like, there was a difference in wages and all that stuff. So, they're looking at your boy and it's kind of like I was dirty with it though. I, I tell you, I was messing with two girls that worked on the same row.
I believe you told me that.
One worked the AM, one worked the PM. It was tough.
You was living that dangerous life.
Hey, I do silly shit though. So I just now got to a point where I stopped doing silly shit when it comes to like, and I got to figure out why I do that.
Mhm.
I think it's because like growing up in the Midwest, like fat dudes wasn't really checked for a lot. So like, if you get some attention, even if it's like, nah, you ain't really got no business doing that.
Mhm.
I'm gonna do it anyway, just because like for all the years when I didn't get the attention, maybe
Right.
that's what it is. But my boy listen, man, nah, like why? What are you thinking? Like, like why would you do that? So I never did that at the gig. I had a homegirl, she was a manager, she was actually a director. And
Mhm.
I was like, dang, you never smashed at work. And she was like, we can go up there right now. And I was like, well, ain't nobody there. She was like, so at least we can say we did it. And I was just like, yeah. Just out like the janitorial crew will be there and somebody, they be, vacuuming or sweeping the floors and they bust in the door trying to clean out the trash can and then you
Yeah.
see your ass up in the air and next thing you know you done lost your job. You know. On the weekend, why you can't fucking home at the hotel?
If I say something else, people who know me gonna know, because the way I work was kind of specific, so I'm gonna leave that alone.
Okay. Let's see what they got to say in the chat. Danielle said, never had a boss I was attracted to. I'm with you, Danielle. My cousin Caroline said, I have a boss I was blushing over. Carol's like my big sister. So I'm gonna let you have fun, Carol. I appreciate you watching. I love you. Danielle gave you props. She said, okay, Tay. And Caroline said, get it, girl. Nikki said, never messed with or was attracted to a boss, but I messed with someone in another department before. It was a long time ago. I was an intern and he was an engineer. Okay. Okay. Nikki said, you still do silly shit. Hey, Nikki, mind your business. I turned 47, not too long ago, Pisces. So yeah, I still do silly shit. Yeah, I still do. Speaking of doing silly shit, Tay,
Mhm.
we talk about our exes a lot. And we talk about you know, what caused the relationships to not work anymore. But here's a question. I want you to be honest.
Mhm.
Have you ever spun the block? Meaning, have you ever broke up with somebody and then not like y'all broke up and then like y'all like give each other, y'all separate for like a week or two and then y'all kind of get back together. I'm talking about y'all break up a year, 2 years, longer than that, bump into each other, and then y'all say, you know what, let's give it another try. Have you ever done that?
I have.
How'd it work?
So a while ago, two of my exes came back around the same time,
Okay.
and I always say I chose the wrong one. I probably shouldn't have chose either one, but I did choose one, and it was more of the reason why we broke up. So that was a bad choice. But then I was thinking about it recently, actually, and I forgot that there was a reason I didn't choose the first one. It was because he told me, he said something like, "Yeah, I always knew that you would never find somebody as good as me," or something like that.
Oh man, fuck you.
Exactly. So that was why I didn't choose him. But when I think back on it, he was the better dude out of the 2. He wasn't the best I've ever dated, but out of those 2, he was the better one. So I
Just
maybe
because
should
he's a
have.
better man than the other person doesn't mean that he was the best man for you.
He was.
He was
I
the
can
best
I
man
can
for
say
you?
he was. He was.
Okay, well, you might be able to still spin that block.
No, no, no. This was years ago. That's not happening anymore. No.
Why? Because of pride or because he was somebody else?
I do believe, well, last I heard he was married. I mean, I don't know, that might not be the case anymore, but more so because of why we broke up. Turned out to be a liar, so you know how I feel about liars.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
But
Um,
I say he was the better man for me because of how he cared for me and took care of me and things like that. We had a good partnership outside of him not being able to keep his penis in his pants.
I mean, uh, is that really a problem for you?
Back then, yes, because I was not in the I wasn't thinking about opening anything, and to do it, he had to lie. Lying to me is a problem.
Okay, I got you. Danielle says she spun the block more than once. How'd it work out for you, Danielle? Nikki said, when I'm done, not going back. Um, so does it count if you spin the block just to smash?
I don't consider that spinning the block. If y'all don't actually get back into an actual relationship, I think that's just you want to hit it another time. the,
Yeah.
the sex is good.
So like the Pisces in me, um, when I'm done. Like I'm done. Now, it takes a lot for me to get there. Like, you know how like when you're in a relationship and you're like, when it's over, it's probably been over.
Mhm.
I'm that person in the relationship that's always going to be trying to, well, how can we fix it? What can I do better? How can I compromise? Like if I'm really into you and you are mine, I'm not really trying to let that go. I'm not. Um, but once we get to that point where it's like, yeah, I'm starting to look stupid. That's my biggest thing because I often talk about growing up in the Midwest where like, big dudes weren't appreciated. Back when I was young, and I've often talked about how I'm like a sucker for love, lovey dovey, really a kind dude. Most people will say that I'm a jerk, but I'm also very kind to people. And you know how like teenage girls can kind of take advantage of that, being kind of young and dumb or whatever. I'm not gonna say it's all on their character. Maybe they just didn't know at the time. Some of them it was their character, but you know that's a trigger for me.
Mhm.
If I think somebody's trying to get over on me, make me look stupid, like if me being in a relationship with you makes me look foolish to other people, I can't do that. I can't do that. And when it gets to that point where, because most time, very rarely up until this age, maybe at this age, people can say, hey, listen, we're just not compatible anymore. No need for us to be angry. No need for us to be sad. Let's just part ways. Like we could be sad about it, but we don't have to just get all crazy with it. I think when you're younger, most of the time when a breakup happens, usually it's kind of dramatic. At least for
Mhm.
me, it was. Either if it wasn't dramatic or I kind of now they say now like people quiet quit jobs. Like a dude won't leave a chick, but we'll quiet quit your ass. You ever had a dude quiet quit you?
No, I've tried to do that though.
So they got dude tendencies. So you know what I'm talking about. So you try to quiet quit, you just like, well, maybe I kind of make myself more distant. Maybe I stop calling as much. Maybe I stop doing these things and they kind of get the picture. And I'll
Start
be honest with you, you say,
start arguments for no reason.
now that's not in me to start arguments, but maybe you're more short with them. Maybe your tolerance of whatever they do is more shorter, so then you guys will argue more about that.
Mhm.
But I will say that I've done that to people and it's wrong because that's like emotional abandonment.
Mhm.
And doing that to somebody, makes them second guess themselves. It creates they start to think like, what's wrong with me? Here I am loving this person, and all of a sudden they just don't want to fuck with me, and that's not cool. Sometimes you just got to rip the band-aid off. Be like, listen, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this no more. But that's something that guys do. We quiet quit you. But if it's got to the point where you left me or we're not together, I'm not getting back with
Yeah, I can
you.
see
Any
that.
chick that I've been with, any chick that I've fucked in my life, I don't care if it goes back to when I lost my virginity at 17 years old. Any chick that I smashed in my life, I can smash again, Tay. I
Oh,
promise
okay.
you. I promise you. And if I can't, she gonna be like, well, if I wasn't married, I'd give it to you.
Oh gosh.
Let's see what they got to say in the chat. Danielle says, so far I have not had great results. LOL. The one I did this with multiple times was my high school sweetheart. It took me years to finally realize we weren't going to make it. We dated twice in high school and two or three times post college. Danielle, that must mean the dick was good. That's why you kept going back. Nikki said, until y'all find a replacement. Most of the time, Nikki, when we're quiet quitting, that means we already got our eye on the replacement, if I'm being
Yeah.
honest with
Mhm.
you.
Now,
We already got the eye on the replacement. And what's messed up is when you quit your main and then you try
mhm,
to get with the new one, and she's like, nah, I ain't really feeling you.
yeah, so you're supposed to find no, what? No, I'm not giving that advice. I was gonna say you're supposed to find that out before you before you end a relationship, but I'm not. That's bad advice. End a relationship on the relationship's own merits, and then move on.
Yeah.
But back to spinning the block. Does it matter how long the the time has been between the relationships? For instance, there's a family friend who got married. I was in eighth or ninth grade. Um, they they got a divorce shortly after. Recently, like last year, they got remarried. It's been like 30 something years, maybe 25, 30 years. So, but he from what I understand, he never got over her.
I think it's possible. Like, I think if y'all are married, if you're married and like this just you just couldn't get it right because of like say like you and I were together, right? And there was just like, dude, like you keep entertaining these chicks, you keep hanging out all night with your boys instead of spending quality time with me. And but I'm at a stage in my life where it's like, damn, I still want to be on the block. I'm not doing nothing, but I still want to be out in the mix or what have you. And neither one of us want to compromise, so we split. And then later on, if you realize, like, damn, I was really being immature, will you take me back? You know, if that was y'all's only issue,
Mhm.
I could see maybe once people have matured, kind of reconciling and trying again. There's an old saying by Emmett Smith, the football player, and obviously he has a little bit of CTE when he said this. You can't change the stripes on a leopard. Yeah. A leopard has spots, but it's more funny when you say it that way. You can't change the stripes on the leopard. And I don't feel like people like some things people don't really wholesale change. Like you
Mhm.
can stop being a cheater. You can stop being an abuser. Like you can stop those things, right? Some things that like, being an addict, being a gambler, some things that is like ingrained in your personality that you're always going to battle. I just
Mhm.
don't see people changing. So I don't, that's why I'm like, it's not really worth it to me.
Okay.
Now, here's the question. So you said you haven't spun the block, or did you say you had spun the block?
I did, and yeah, I did that
You did
one
spin the
time.
block, but it ended up being, still didn't work, right?
Right.
Is there anything that somebody could do that says no matter what, because you did this, I'll never get back with you? Does that make sense?
Yeah, lying. If in my head I think of you as a habitual liar, that's a yeah, this will never happen again.
Are you at the stage in your life where a one-time lie is enough for you to cut them?
Depends on what the lie is and why. Cuz I feel like this is one of the reasons why I don't like liars. Okay, so I've always been quiet. I've always been kind of the good girl growing up. When I noticed at a young age, people kind of look at that as being naive, and people try to take advantage of people they think they can take advantage of. So I'm sensitive to that. I can kind of sense it when it's happening. So lying to me,
I tell you, I know you, and you get triggered easy. You probably know.
yeah, I do, and it's from years of holding stuff in. And now I'm at the point where I don't want to hold anything in, so it just comes out.
Because Tay knows I love her, and when I joke with Tay, and what the fuck you say, motherfucker? You know, and it's like, hey, goddamn, Tay, but go ahead. I cut you off. Go ahead.
Yes. So I have this thing of people trying to take advantage, people thinking I'm stupid, people. So for me, lying to me brings about all of those things.
Yeah.
So yeah, lying to me is just it's not a good thing. So like I said, it depends on what the lie is, it depends on why. Oh, what I was going to say was I'm the type of person, I don't judge. I feel like people can come to me and talk to me. I feel like I'm the type of person who feels like almost anything can be worked out. So I feel like there's no reason to lie to me. So if you feel like you got to lie to me, that's a problem.
Okay. Are there different levels to lies though? So,
Yes.
so say like, where was you at last night? Oh, I was with Jeff, and then you find out that he wasn't with Jeff, right? To me, that's a lie where it's like, nah, bruh, like there's something shady going on.
Hmm.
What if he's like, now you know, back in high school, you know what I'm saying? I used to be a fighter, and I'm knocked five motherfuckers out with my left hand and shit. Then you find out, like, man, that dude wasn't no fighter. It, can you tolerate that type of lie more so than somebody lying in terms of like what they're doing in the relationship, or is any type of lie like
It depends, even with that, because I feel like little lies, the more you do them, I feel like you'll lie about anything. Now, I do have an ex who exaggerates his stories, but he's a comedian, so he does it for comedic effect. That type of thing I can deal with.
but you know,
But I
most dudes they they take creative license with stories from their past.
mhm.
That's why we like being around our homeboys, because you know we kind of tell lies together and be like, yeah, you remember old girl, man, she's fine the motherfucking man, she was the jet mag, you know what I'm saying? But there's a difference. That's why I said, is it any type of lie, or just lies like your day-to-day operation in this relationship? If you're lying like that, do you got to go?
If I know your lies are meant to be jokes, I'm cool with those. And I guess maybe because I've dealt with habitual liars, so I do have a lot of triggers when it comes to lying. Maybe that's why I can't deal with it. I don't know.
I can't do it. I can't lie. I think we talked about it on the last show. Lying, lies of omission, any type of deception, any type of deception. Um, nah, I can't do it. I can't do it. Not at all. It's gonna trigger me because I'm always gonna be looking at you sideways, and because I think we talked about on the show, I'm pretty open minded. We want to talk about entertaining other people, doing different things. If you still can make me feel like I'm the man, I'm the king, you want to build with me, we can have a conversation, you
Mhm.
know? So if you lie about something when I've told you, hey, look, there's no reason to lie to me. Now, you may not like the response when you tell me the truth, but I'm not going to penalize you. It's not going
Mhm.
to say I'm not going to be hurt. It's not going to be saying I might not be disappointed or upset, but I'm telling you, lie to me, it's a wrap. And I might stay with you for a little bit, but you're gonna get quiet with it.
Yeah.
You're gonna get quiet with it if you got that lying shit. Let's see what they gotta say. Uh Caroline said, okay, I got a question. What if the man just likes multiple multiple PUSSY? I mean, have that discussion,
Have the
Caroline.
discussion. I've been in a couple where I was swinging. I've done the whole open thing. Everything is a conversation, in my opinion.
And my thing is this, like people always talk about, well, what was the thing? Jermaine Dupri, where he was talking about, any woman I'm with has got to be, down to go to the strip club with me or cool with me going to the strip club every week. And people was like, well, why? People were debating. And I'm just like, dude, just find somebody who's got your same interests.
Yeah. That's the thing. And if
I'm
after the
trying to change people to conform to what you want to do. We talked about previous show, like, is it okay to, take on your partner's habits? It's cool if it's something like fun, but if people got to change like their moral compass,
Mhm.
entertain what you want to entertain, it's too much. It's too much to ask from somebody.
Right, and that's what I was gonna say. If after the conversation we get to the point where we're at an impasse, where we can't agree to disagree, then maybe we're not meant for each other. Maybe we need to, because love don't keep people together. You got to have more than that. So if our morals don't align, if our fundamental values don't align, then maybe we just need to part ways.
I have found that I have grown tremendously as a man because I have met people within the last year, 2 years, and had the conversation with them and said, "Hey, listen, I enjoy your time. I enjoy kicking it with you for the most part, but there's things that I see that I don't feel like we would be long term compatible, and it would take too much of us compromising who we are as people to be together.
Right.
We can still be friends. I got your back 100%, but I think we really need to close that door on long term us being together." And you would think that's a hard conversation to have, but most women can appreciate that. It may hurt their feelings because they may be like, "Hey, listen, I want to be with you," but if you tell them, "Hey, listen, I just don't really think it's gonna work," because the other thing, when you start quiet quitting people, you start being short with them, you kind of being mean to the person, and
Mhm.
that's not good. I've had somebody do that to me. That's not cool. Nobody deserves that.
Right.
Nobody deserves that. Danielle says, "That's how I feel, Tay. That's why I can't stand the lies. I'm super understanding and not very judgmental." And Danielle also said, "I don't want little, medium, or big lies. Jokes are fine though."
Yeah.
But see, even the jokes to me, I'm cool on those a little bit. Because sometimes people be like, "Oh, I was just joking. I was just joking." It's like, nah, motherfucker, you lying. Because if I hadn't, you saw how I reacted to what you said, and because I reacted in that way, that's when you kind of pulled it back and said, "Oh, I was just joking." Had I just like kind of just went with it and it not really impacted me in that way, you probably would have kept going with it. So I'm not really, and I talked about Tay, but I'm triggered easy too. Like I'm a Pisces. I'm reactive. I'm emotional. So somebody says that, and people do that often. They say shit to get a rise out of me. And
Mhm.
honestly, I just don't. I'm not with that emotional manipulation. It's just too much on me.
Yeah. And let's be clear, I wasn't when I said somebody joking, I wasn't talking about the type of joking you're talking about. Like I said, my ex was a amateur comedian in his own right. So he would tell lies to make the joke funnier,
Okay.
pretty much.
He would embellish.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
There's a big difference when it comes to that.
Right.
That's
Otherwise, I always say that was the most honest relationship I have ever been in, and I was completely secure in it. I've never been that secure in a relationship before, except for my first boyfriend. But
Damn, Tay. I don't know when I can't even remember the last time I've been secure in a relationship. That's sad.
yeah.
And the sad thing is, I probably need to schedule a sit down with my therapist. I was thinking the other day, I don't even know if I could like really be in love again, Tay. I'm telling all my business on here. Just because like when I'm in love, I get like you mine.
Hmm.
Remember I shared that video with a dude, like he was smelling this woman's butt and kissing all on her. He's all into her pheromones and everything. I'm not that, but like I want to know where you are. Not on no stalker shit, but like I want to know you safe. What do you need? Like you are mine. You're mine to protect and to provide for. And when somebody squanders that, you ain't
Yeah.
just ready to give it away again.
Believe me, I understand because I think I'm just getting to the point where I'm thinking about do I even want to date again? Because you called me a couple years ago. It was like F men.
Mm.
And I've never been, no matter what I've gone through in life, I've never been that type of woman to been like, all men are dogs. I've never been that. But a couple years ago, that was my mind frame.
I will commend you though, Tay, that even though you have shared that, you haven't allowed that to change how you interact with people publicly. You haven't become like one of those bitter women on social media or anything like that because those motherfuckers are annoying. And if you was like that, it'd be the end of CVAD. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't deal with that. I can't deal with that. Michelle said, "That's sad, Marv. Why can't you feel secure? What is it that you need?" Michelle, we on the podcast, not on your couch. So depending on what your copay is, I might call you afterwards and we can talk about my problems. But I done shared enough. So Tay, what if you found out that they was paying for sex? And
Ooh,
that's something that you could come back from?
I don't think so. Uh, mm, no. No, I don't think I could do that.
If I found out that my partner was selling ass,
Well, let me take that back. Everything is worth the conversation. I,
if y'all about to get evicted, and he's like, "Hey, hey,
this is,
Miss Gertrude down the hall said if I gave some dick, we get 2 months of free rent. You
I'm
probably
saying
better go that dick."
I've shared for free.
Yeah.
So if I know I'm sharing and she breaking you off, you mean she breaking us off? Like, I mean, what are we doing?
So I've shared for free, but there's a difference for men and women.
Hmm.
Like if if he's bringing resources in, right, he's technically doing his job, providing, right, protecting. If she's got to go and sleep and bring some shit in, then that really emasculates me. So there's a difference there.
Okay.
Now, if it's some old indecent proposal type shit
Hmm.
where we good, I never saw the movie. I never saw a decent proposal. So I don't know if Woody Harrelson if they were good or not, but
They were not afterwards.
were
Um,
they good financially before dude made the proposal?
no. And that's why they took it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna say in this situation, if we handling business and there's just an opportunity for a windfall of cash, and all you got to do is spend the evening with it. Now I might be like, "Hey, dog, you can't be roughing her up. Don't send her home with bruises and don't blow an asshole out and shit like that." You know what I'm saying? We're gonna put some constraints on which I'll do. But if you could go and just have a nice evening, go have fun. Motherfucker take you in the helicopter or whatever. And then, we get, he said, "I'm gonna give your wife 2 meals." I said, "Well, you gonna give her 1 meal and I'm taking the other meal." You know what I'm saying? We a package deal. You only sleeping with her, but I get my cut too. Now, if it's on some decent proposal, yeah, I can do it. But if you like, hey, listen, Junior needs some new football shoes and we short. So I'm gonna go ahead and break his coach off so he can give me some, he can give him some underarm. Nah, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Let's see. Let's see. They said Rasheen said they got back together at the end.
Hmm.
She said I couldn't do it. I
But it
think
did mess with them in terms, the insecurities and stuff started. But yeah, they did get back together.
did the rich guy, did he break her off?
The money? You mean?
No, when he
Oh,
when he
this the
when he
sex.
smashed her, did he break her off?
You mean did she like it? I don't remember that part.
Okay,
Is that yeah? I don't remember that part.
okay, okay.
I'm going to assume she did, but I don't know.
Okay. Rasheen said, "I'm in a bind, Nate." Exactly. If she got to go to Nate because you couldn't hold it down, nah, bruh, nah. I'm gonna move y'all back in with y'all's mama. You and the kids got to go move in with your mama. I'm gonna sleep in the truck. You know what I'm saying? You have to do something to make the ends meet. Sky said she did enjoy it. I say,
Mm,
man, you coming from like a perspective of me and Tay, shit, that's just an added benefit. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and enjoy it. Just bring that money home.
right.
Check cash and shit. Because my thing is this: I'm not asking no questions. I'm
Yeah.
not. That's not my type of freak. Some people like they want the blow for blow details. They got that exhibitionist in them, or I don't know if that's technically exhibitionism when you want the details, but
No. Um.
that's a different type of voyeurism, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It's a
Okay.
different time.
So
People
not
have kinks.
voyeurism, my bad. Um, I might be cool with you doing it, but I don't want to know what you did. Keep that to yourself. And don't ask me what I did. You know,
Yeah, neurophilia, which I said I have, is when you like to hear stories and details and stuff like that. But I don't know if it's the same for if that's your partner and you want to hear the details of what they do. I don't know if that's the
you
same.
said neurophilia, and I was trying to put that shit in the short for Instagram. I misspelled that shit. You a jerk. You put like you spelled it the right way in the comments. I was like, damn, Tay. Because most people wouldn't even know. You know what I'm saying?
True, true, but
Yeah, but
you
Tay
never
has
know. It's
it's
the world wide web. You never know where it's gonna go. Somebody might know. So
Scott said, but it's like the guy who was facing jail time, but his girl knew the judge and slept with him. Now the guy's free, but mad and wants to break up with his hero. That dude's stupid, Scott. Listen, if you about to go to jail, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to jail for 6 months. And the judge back in high school, and he'd be like, hey, listen, go ahead and, slap on my knife for about 15 minutes and I'll let your boy go. Hey, she a true American hero in my book. Shit, because unless it's male on male, if the judge is a woman and I can break her off to get her a more lenient sentence, shit, I'm gonna wear that. I'm gonna wear that judge out. Yeah,
oh gosh.
for real. Scott said she got her cheeks clapped, so he wouldn't.
Hilarious.
Definitely a shero. Yeah, but she said it's her fault. It's his fault for putting her in that position. Yeah.
Yeah.
He put her in that position, and then the judge put her in another position, in another position. But you know what, Tay?
Mhm.
We talked about people paying for sex. Do you judge people who pay for sex? Is that a bad thing, paying for sex? And is it
It
a bad thing to sell? Is it, do you judge women? Let's start off here, since you're a
okay.
woman, right? Do you judge women that sell pussy?
Not anymore. Now the old me back in my teens and my 20s, yeah, yeah, I did. I was a little judgmental back in the day. Um,
Why did you judge? You thought it was just nasty, sleeping with randoms or
yeah,
something?
I just wasn't raised that way. But I always say this joke. I always say I feel like my mother might have raised me wrong because sometimes those women out here living life and I want to experience the soft life. I mean,
Angela, you said it back in the day. You said it way back in the day. This is about like 15, 16 years ago when she was on Serious Side. She said hoes be winning.
they do.
Hoes get married. How many times a chick did, hey, look, hey, she, we don't say choo choo anymore. She had the orgy with the football team and then
hmm
with the fraternity boys. And then this thing, she showed up at homecoming and she married. You know what I'm saying? All the women that was holding it tight in the library studying all the time, they still single. I was be winning.
A lot of them.
I mean, I never judged hoes, especially if you're a money making hoe. Like if you're making money, so I respect you. You know what I'm saying? You gotta use what you got to get what you need. Um, Dudes that pay for sex, I've never been able to do. I think we talked about this before. I've never
Mhm.
been able to do the hand to hand transfer. Like I ain't never been able to like leave it on the nightstand. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never been able to do that just because like I'm real mental. I like to tongue kiss, and you ain't tongue kissing no prostitute. You just like I'm not.
Yeah. I
I'm,
hope not.
I'm not but um, I ain't that damn horny. So and I got to have the girlfriend experience.
Yeah.
Um, when I fucking say, but um, Doctor Doctor Thix came on the show, and she made
Mhm.
a very good point, and she said, really, we ought to legalize prostitution because if we legalize it, then there's better health care. There's safety, there's less sex trafficking, young women. So if we legalize it, and it's legal in some parts of the country, but if we just like make it legal, it probably would be better for folks. Um, I'm just not that. I'm not that hard up where I got to pay for sex. You know what I'm saying? Self love is good to me. You know what I'm saying? I can jack off, go to sleep on Friday night and be good. You know,
Okay.
I ain't got to go on back pages. Where people go now? They're
OnlyFans, I guess. I don't know. I guess that's just paying for pictures or videos. I don't know if they actually
I
reach out to people.
I know where they go. Dating apps.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Cause I had a chick solicit me on a dating app.
Oh,
You know, I'm cheap. I'm not paying for no date. I'm not paying for Bumble, so I'm on Facebook dating app and chick matches, right? Well, okay, she kind of cute, you know. And immediately she starts chatting. And I saw, I'm watching boxing on Saturday night, and then she messages, "Hey, look, I'm short on my rent. I'm trying to get, some money. Can I come through and we do what we do, and you bring me out some cash?" And I'm like, I'm not gonna do it, but let me entertain. I'm like, well, shit, I don't know what I'm getting. So she starts sending me nudes and shit, right? And then I was like, well, how much? And she was like, she gave me a price. I was like, nah, I ain't got that. She said, well, how much you got? So, she started negotiating. I just went ahead and blocked her and went to sleep. But like, I think that's what they're doing it now, the dating apps. Let me stop snitching. Oh God. I'll probably am I breaking man laws by talking about this? I forgot I'm on the
I
podcast.
don't know if you're breaking man laws, but you might be breaking. I mean, helping the police or something start running stings or something. I don't
I just
know.
don't give a damn if people buying pussy. If you doing some puff daddy shit and allegedly messing with minor chicks, you know what I'm saying? Then yeah, they care about that. But
Yeah.
I don't behind closed doors, like high class hookers, I don't think they give a damn about that.
Okay.
That's a victimless crime.
Yeah. I guess.
If she's in it willingly, if she's not being trafficked, that's a victimless crime.
Yeah.
So shit. Let me see what they gotta say. I know all right, before I even read the rest of this, I know what he's gonna say. Men don't pay for sex, men pay for women to go away. Nah, men pay for sex, dog. I feel you. I feel you. But you can give you know me. I pay for them to go away. You know how I pay for them to go away, Tay?
The Uber.
The Uber. Everybody fuck with me. No. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you probably got about a 10 minutes of aftercare where we're gonna snuggle and talk, and then I'm gonna start looking at my Apple Watch. Like, all right, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and be out. Sky said, I agree with Marv. I don't know what you agree with me, bro, but I appreciate it. Rasheen said it's only illegal in the US. I mean, I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know if you go to Canada and can buy pussy or not, but I'm gonna take your word for it. Sean said weed is legal in most states, but selling pussy and dick ain't. What a country.
Except for Vegas.
Yes. Well, it's not legal in Vegas, Tech.
Oh, it isn't. I always thought it was because of the
It's legal in Nevada.
oh,
Clark
okay.
County, where Vegas is at, prostitution is illegal. But when you
Oh.
go out into the outskirts, like into the mountains and shit, where they got like a lot of those mines with the miners and all that type of stuff, those
Hmm.
workers out, and then that's where they have the brothels.
Oh, okay.
They talk about what is it? Was it the Bunny Ranch? Where they talk
That's the one I was thinking of. Yeah.
they said they got to go way out. You got to go outside of Clark County
Okay.
for it to be legal.
Okay. Learn something new every day.
Right. Scott said plenty of fish and tender. Okay. Rasheen said that's a great way to get robbed. For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. For sure. For sure. Real talk. I was real close to buying something, man. This girl, hey, I was at the strip club in Memphis,
Hmm.
and I don't normally like little bitty chicks, but this chick pushed up on me, Tay, and was rubbing her leg on my manhood and had me rock. And she was like, I was like, you gonna give me a lap dance? She said, I'm not trying to get no lap dance. Honestly, man, let's just go back here. Let me suck y'all for, whatever amount of money. And thank God my homeboy was on call from work. He said, hey, man, we got to go because I would have left it on the nightstand.
Oh my gosh. Then you would have ended your streak of not paying for it.
No. But I ain't really worried about getting arrested. I ain't
Mm,
really worried about getting arrested for buying pussy. You know what I'm worried about, Tay?
what?
Channel 9 News. You be at the massage at the massage parlor, and they come in with the night vision camera and shit, and you back there, I'm big and bald headed. They be like, "Damn, that was Marv." You be like, "Nah, that wasn't me." Like, "Nah, that was you."
We talked about the massage parlors a while ago, and a
Yeah,
few episodes ago. Like the next week on the news, there was a massage parlor that got raided, and the women who worked there got arrested.
it's going down. When I
Yeah.
used to live in Nebraska, they had a cigar place.
Hmm.
That's how they was doing it. So it was the cigar lounge. It was right by a golf course. I ain't never go back to Nebraska. My boys don't go there, so I don't care. But it was a cigar spot, and basically it was like you buy this box of cigars, it comes with some ass. And it was like one of them spots like with the Russian mail order chicks, you know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was down like that. Machine said exactly. I'm the biggest mama boy. How do you explain that to your mom? My mom,
Right.
hey, look, her boy. My mama dead and gone, so she done seen me do a lot of nasty shit because she my guardian angel now.
Oh my gosh.
I'm
That used
sorry, mama.
when I was younger, that's what kept me out of a lot of trouble was thinking, okay, if I do this, will my father see me or will my mother see me? Okay, let me chill.
That's cool. All right, well, let's say, Tay,
Yes.
you want to ask the audience, or you got a nasty or normal?
I have one.
Okay.
And it's kind of on the lines of what we've been
Is
talking
it a
about.
nasty or normal, or is it would you or would you not?
I guess both. I guess this do you think it's a nasty or do you think it's nasty or normal and would you do it? So, being a splackavelli, do you know what that is?
I heard of the rap song. There's a rap song called Splackavelli back in the day. What's Splackavelli?
So, a splackavelli, pretty much. So, say I get into an accident or something, have some kind of
You get into
illness.
an accident. Tay at the woman gets an accident.
Yes. Or have some kind of illness or something happens where I cannot have sex anymore. But I allow my significant other to get his sex somewhere else. I would be considered a splackavelli. So is that nasty or normal? And would you do it?
That's tough. That's tough. Um, I think like you said, with everything, there's a conversation.
Hmm.
Um, I think it's kind of pretty cold hearted just because somebody is now disabled, that y'all can't do it anymore. If my partner recommended it to me, it was like, hey, look, you stuck beside me, you taking care of me. I don't want to deprive you, so just go ahead and get you somebody that can take care of you. If they're fully aware and complicit, then yeah. But if it's like one of those situations, I don't know the lady's name, but it was a black lady in New York. I want to say she was a editor, or I can't remember her name, but she was like
Talking about B. Smith?
B. Smith. She was a chef,
Yes.
and
Hmm.
she got Alzheimer's, dementia, and her husband brought in this white chick, and she was like, "Well, she don't know. We taking care of her well. He done moved the white chick in, and he's got this relationship with the white chick because the white chick has all her faculties, but they taking care of his wife who has Alzheimer's and dementia." And listen, I truly believe, because there's so many people in my family who have had Alzheimer's dementia, I truly believe that inside, somewhere deep inside, they're still there. They
Hmm.
it's just whatever's going on has messed it up. And I feel like he's a world class piece of shit for doing that to that woman.
I agree.
World class piece of shit for doing that to that woman.
Hmm.
So if my partner was capable of saying, listen, I'm fine, we good, then I might consider it. I might consider it. Because not only, I mean, I don't worry about the judgment of other people, but you do worry about the judgment of other people because it does make you look like crap that you
Mhm.
that you're doing this thing. So I don't know. What about you, Tay?
Um, if my partner gave the okay and it was his decision, I might, depending on how long we thought this thing was going to happen. Like if it was something where he had like a terminal disease where we knew it was a short amount of time for lifespan, I probably wouldn't.
Right.
Probably just wait. But if it was something where it was going to be a forever thing, I might. I might.
This is a discussion to have. Rasheen said, "Yeah, I remember that. That was some sucker shit. Definitely was a sucker shit, man."
Mhm.
Sky said, "If I can't perform and there's no fixing it, I'm not restricting her pleasure like that." Okay, yeah, yeah. Danielle said normal and yes. So it's tough. It's
Yeah.
tough. It's tough. It's tough. But anyway, Tad, that we talked about enough. Tell people they can find us.
You can find us at Conversate After Dark everywhere. And if you would like to be a guest on a show or you have a topic you want us to cover, you can reach us at CVAD the podcast at gmail.com. Make sure you like this video, share it, and subscribe. And leave us a comment. Let us know how we doing.
That's right. Make sure you go to our website, www.conversationafterdark.com. We'll catch you next time. Peace.
Bye.